40inbox.com here, and we're going to be checking out this article called I Use My Own Poop to Grow Food. I spend just $84 a month on groceries. So, let's check this out, and feel free to give your thoughts about this too. She's giving a brand new meaning to reduce and reuse. Goldilocks appeared on a new episode of TLC's Extreme Cheapskates, telling a struggling family that they can cut back on grocery bills by using their own poop as compost to grow food. Now, personally, I think a way that you could save some money is maybe just don't buy big brand name products, and that probably save you a good amount of money per month instead of getting a whole bunch of snacks and treats. If you were to just get like water and like meat, potatoes, or veggies, whatever you're into, you'd probably save a lot of money. And you wouldn't have to do this. So the pro wrestler turned TV personality 44 stunned Kevin and Tracy Stapleton with her inflation proof poop scoop after they complained that they were going into the red with their exorbitant spending habits. The couple who have two children rake in $7,400 a month but spend a staggering $1,800 on groceries and an additional $700 eating out at restaurants. That is insane. That is so insane. Hold on. So, let's see. 1,800 plus 700 bucks, right? Equals $2,500, right? So they're spending $2,500 a month on just food. Just food, okay? $2,500 a month, depending on where it's located, where you're located, is a really nice mortgage for a really nice house. Again, depending on where you live, right? Like in some states, that might actually be a mortgage for like 8 to 10,000 square feet. Again, depending on the state, and also even within the state, depending on the county. Like that's a good amount of money, right? $2,500 per month. Now, to put it into like even bigger perspective, right? So, compound interest calc. Because I just love like doing this, right? Just to show people just how big of a deal it is to spend this type of money per month, right? So let's do initial investment, $2,500, and then the monthly contribution, $2,500. Length of time in years, let's just say 40. Estimated interest rate about, let's just say 8% for like the S&P 500. Variance, let's do 2%. Compounded annually, calculate. So, this is costing them technically in terms of like retirement, right? Money, 40 years of compound interest invested. This $2,500 per month is costing them about $7,826,006.87. So them spending that type of money on food, like keep that in mind. It's $2,500 a month on just food, not housing, not going out to like buy stuff in a sense. It's just purely food that they're spending that on. That's crazy. Like you're basically stealing $8 million from your future by doing that. Now the thing is, I mean, technically, if they were to budget their money right, they could technically afford to eat out very well. But this is just beyond stupid. So once other expenses are accounted for, the Stapleton spent about $500 more than the total amount they bring in, prompting a visit from Locks. So what? They're spending $7,900 a month? That's crazy. Like, how are you so poor when you're making 7,400 a month and you're overspending that money? Like, for so many people who might end up stumbling upon this or listening to this on the podcast, which is just 40inbox.com, it's like that's a lot of money to be coming in, right? So, like, let's see, $7,400 times 12 months, that's $88,800, and they're spending more than that, right? So, let's see, so 7,900 times 12. So they were basically making about $88,000 a year. They're spending close to $94,800 a year. That is that is so disgusting. Like, that is so disgusting, right? So technically, let's see, minus, so 94,800 minus $88,800 means that they're overspending per year of about $6,000 a year, overspending, like, compared to like what they're actually bringing in home. This is like so depressing because the problem with these type of people is that it's pretty much like no matter what you make, you're pretty much always going to be screwed because you have such bad spending habits, right? You could be making $1 million a year, but this couple would probably be spending like $1,100,000 a year. Like, this is like crazy. Like, they have to fix their habits because the biggest issue is like if they don't fix their habits, let's say that they're able to clear all the debt through bankruptcy, destroying their credit, all that sort of stuff. After like a couple of years, they're going to go right back to this same position, completely screwing themselves. This is so stupid. So this is my gift to you. She continued. Oh no, hold on. Let's see. So Lux, on the other hand, says she spends just $84 a month on food for herself, and it's all thanks to her composting. Which, by the way, you could probably get to the point where you're spending like $84 a month on food, and this is like a realistic amount. But you shouldn't do this, but you could technically do this, right? You could get peanut butter jelly sandwiches for all of your meals, and like massive packs of water with a multivitamin so you're not like vitamin deficient, so that you're not like getting like weird gum disease or something crazy. So you could probably do that and get within that $84 a month budget that this person has without having to do the whole composting thing. Now, do you really want to be eating like peanut butter jelly sandwiches every meal? Probably not. But for some people who are either lazy or just super cheap and you want to save some money to maybe pay off debt, which if you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 40inbox.com or go down below. You could do that. That could literally save you crazy amounts of money per month without having to do the whole composting. So the true cheapskate looks for the opportunity to cut costs every chance and every place that they can get. Lux told the cash-strapped clan. This is my gift to you. She continued before showing them two wheelbarrows filled with a moist brown substance. You can't quite get this compost from a hardware store. I make it from my poop. So the lady literally just gave these random people her poop. What the hell? Honestly, she kind of seems like she would probably do this. What the hell are you smelling it? What? Lux then instructed the Stardo Stapletons on how to turn their feces into an effective compost. First, dump kitchen scraps, then you're going to layer it with some of your human poo. And in between each time you poo, You throw in leaves crunched up or sawdust and it covers the smell, she proclaimed. In a year, it will have dissolved into the most incredible soil. The cost cutter enthusiastically added, "You've turned waste into resources. Absolutely brilliant." So, here's my question if you're going to try to do this, and basically what she did. How did you collect the poop? You know, I don't really want to be thinking about it too much, but how exactly did you capture the poop to use this as compost? I mean, it's kind of crazy, you know, kind of weird. I'd rather eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches than doing something like this. So while the Stapletons may be in the red, they were feeling green about Locke's stinky savings sack, describing it as gross. Yeah, I think it's gross. Many viewers were similarly sickened by the idea. It's a difference between being cheap and being nasty, one snapped. I've seen some pretty gross in my life, but that's the most disgusting, another repulsed armchair critic cried. Yeah, that $84 a month is impossible. That's literally $2.80 a day, a third calculated. That'll barely buy a hot dog and a Pepsi from Costco. Okay, that's like basically a bit of a stretch, but like I said, you could actually, technically, spend about like $84 a month on like groceries and get enough calories in to where you're not passing away from lack of calories. It's not going to be the healthiest, it's going to be pretty extreme, and honestly, very, very boring. Now, I said the peanut butter and jelly sandwich method just because one, it's got some sugar within the jelly, you got some protein, you got some. It just tastes a little bit better, right? But another route is literally just eating ramen, right? Eating ramen is extremely cheap. Not if you get the cups or whatever, but like the big packs, they cost like depending on your location, anywhere from like $1.50 all the way up to like $3 for like a 12 pack or a 24 pack of ramen, right? And it's like 500 calories per like mini pack, average calorie per day like needs is like about 2,000. So like 4 packs, you got basically the calories that you need. So I'm saying that it's possible that you could do this. It's not ideal. Your health may not be good by the end of it, but you could definitely save a good amount of money without having to do this sort of stuff. Because like at this point, like this is where it gets kind of like weird, where you're like spending way too much time and way too much effort to save money when you could have quickly just eat ramen, drink water to save hundreds of dollars a month on groceries. Well, and also make sure to get like a multivitamin for health reasons, but still, it's like you can go through the whole process of like pooping, capturing your poop, collecting it, putting it into the compost pile or whatever, putting sawdust so you don't smell your own poop because you're having to leave it there for like a year. Then you're going to have to grow your plants. Then you're going to have to harvest your plants. Then you got to also keep on continuously adding your poop to this whole compost thing. It's like the amount of time that you're spending alone on trying to compost your own poop is insane, right? You could literally work an extra hour, depending on your job, make more than enough money to cover your costs in terms of like what you save in money wise. Like it's just this is the point where like trying to save money gets to like a really weird zone. Let's see. However, one poo enthusiast didn't think Locke's tip was quite so crap. This why I love poo. It is so incredibly versatile and has so many purposes, gushed one user. Most people think it's just something that stinks and should be flushed, but it can be used to make paper. It can be used as fuel. The uses are endless. And the thing is, I think in like some counties or states, you end up recycling like sewage water to get very clean water that you could actually drink from. But still, it's like if you're just trying to save money, there's a lot easier methods that don't like take this amount of time that is not this disgusting, you know? So this is an excellent way to get hepatitis. You go, girl. By the way, if you stumble upon this, feel free to give your thoughts. Would you be willing to compost your own poop to save money? Like, if you want to go do it just because you want to go do it, go ahead and do it. But I'd rather eat ramen and drink water and eat a multivitamin than do this. I'd rather eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches every single day for the rest of my life than do this. All right? Like, I'd rather eat just straight up potatoes and microwave them than do this. Like, I would not want to do this to save money. Never eating at your house. Let's see. What does she do with her pee? Okay, weird. Yeah, I don't know. This is just. I thought this was like a funny article. Like, there is a point where the mentality of saving this whole extreme cheapskate thing is just beyond ridiculous, right? Like, you could literally work an hour, make more money than what like the amount of time. Ugh, like basically, it just doesn't make sense. Like this whole thing doesn't make sense to do this, right? Because you could work an hour, make enough money to cover all of your food costs basically for the month, right? Or like for the week or whatever, depending on how much you actually eat. Which, by the way, another route that you could also save money in like food. Now, I definitely don't recommend this because it's definitely not healthy. But you could literally get like what Little Caesars pizza, which is like $5, and you could get like two of those and just taper it through the week. That's $10 a week, like for food. Now, it's not good to do that, but you could do that. So I'm just saying, like, there's like options out there to save money in creative ways. Pasta, right? Pasta is like what? $1 for like a family size thing, or like $2 for a family size thing, and then you got the pasta sauce combined. That's like $4 or $5, maybe $6 at the most if you include like taxes and whatnot. That could probably feed you for like 2 days, so like $3 a day that you're spending basically. Like, come on, like it doesn't make sense to do this sort of stuff.